6 weeks out. Still, obviously, I am running my own business now. And, you know, as a bodybuilder, we used to speak a lot of the times about, you know, how the bodybuilders back in the 90s used to get contracts and used to get paid for them just being bodybuilders. You know, the leader contract was something back then, and now most bodybuilders are being sort of diluted by the new social media sort of revolution, I would say. And a lot of those really important or big bodybuilders today, the pro bodybuilders, don't make as much money as they used to do back in the day, winning shows and stuff. So, you know, I am probably not far away from any pro bodybuilders and, you know, pro bodybuilder in terms of what he does for a living. Most of them do personal training, online coaching. You know, I do treatments, and you know, I do sports treatments and I do some online coaching. So I am running my own sort of business, and it's I need to keep doing that until the last week of the show, you know. And I need to move things around for me to be able to pay for my food, my travel, you know, making a living, paying rent and all that. So, you know, guys, this is the hard part, you know, until you get that kind of contract where you can sit at home and just train for that. I mean, let's be honest here, until you win a show like the Arnold Classic or the Olympia, you know, when you have 400 grand in your account sitting, you know, then you can start thinking, okay, now I'm going to start, you know, sitting down for the whole year, you know, eating, just doing what I do because I'm Mr. Olympia and I need to defend the title and I have enough assets in my account, in my bank account, and possibly buy a couple of houses here and there and rent it out and start making an income from outside bodybuilding for you to pursue being a professional bodybuilder. So, you know, we're working on it. Let's see how it goes. 6 weeks from the San Marino. I hope things go well. Almost had an accident, but hello, that's 6 weeks out for you. So, oh, my brain doesn't work. My judgments are not that great. So let's hope that guys, stay safe. Don't use a phone while you're driving or film while you're driving. This is probably dangerous. Do it in your off season, not when you're 6 weeks out. One last thing I wanted to mention, guys, is carrying my food with me. Where you look at your watch, and it's 5 hours that you've been working solid, and you haven't had a meal, and you're thinking, why do I feel like death? And this is exactly what it is. When you're running your own business and you're trying to focus on making a little bit of money, the meals started to, you know, slip out of your hand, and you just need to have this alarm clock, you know, ready, set to eat every time it rings. And so probably that little tip would help everyone. So we're heading over to the gym now. I'm not sure what I'm doing, to be honest. Probably just a complimentary day today. Some abs, some cardio afterwards, some stretching, and we'll see how it goes. So you guys keep tuned. Dictator. Right, guys, so today we're training shoulders with Elliot. He's an ex-bodybuilder. He's probably going to make a comeback. We're not sure yet. He had 2 spinal injuries. And not only spinal injuries, he had 2 spinal surgeries. So this is what I call the mindset, all right? If you know how long it took him for him to be here today, we're talking about 10 to 12 weeks post-surgery, and he's here lifting the same weight. And we're not talking about lifting just heavy weights. We're talking about mindset, how he overcome the situation of getting out of bed, how he changed his nutrition, how he got into the gym, got in contact with me, and this is what we're doing today. A lot of the things that we'll be doing today is going to be through machines and less of free weights. Machines, because he still has numb fingers. and we're trying to work around things. We're trying to overcome and improvise, and let's see how it goes today. So keep tuned and watch this. And the other thing that we did was I didn't actually touch the weight all the way until we needed it. What happens again? I always preach that let your muscle die before your mind. Let your mind overtake the muscle. So basically, what happens is a lot of people, as soon as it gets sore, they drop it down. Let it die. So until he starts dying, his muscle starts to die, then I start going in and giving him that extra 2 to 3 reps, and that one makes a difference. Okay, it's going beyond the pain barrier. That's all it is. Don't give up. Don't give up. All right, let's go. All right, hang in. One more. Hang in. Good work. Let's get that last burn in there. All right, hang it. Forward. Good. There you go. That's it. Arnold style. Very good. Good. Elbows up. Elbows up first. Come on. That's it. Nice work. Ooh. Okay. To the top. Lift it up. Okay. Okay. All right, last set. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's make it count. And again. More. More. Come on. Good work, man. Nice. Elbows up first. Good. Squeeze on the top. Right to the top. Good. Right, guys, over here in this exercise, what we did right now, we try to hit the top of the deltoids, the top of the shoulder, with a slight pause on the top just to get that extra squeeze. As you can see, I didn't even put my hands in there. I just managed to just push it at the end, just to give him that extra bit. We supersetted that with some upright rows, but we went quite wide again to hit the top of that. So what we're trying to create here, trying to create more of a round shoulder. We've done the press in the beginning. We moved into the medial side of the shoulder, and now we're going to start doing the rear delts. But what we did here, which we didn't actually video, we warmed up his rear delts before. So we activated his rear delts. So we went from rear to front to side to rear, and that what we're going to do at the end, we're going to kill it off with more, maybe some around the world, or maybe some supersets or giant sets to hit the front and the side, the lateral side. So again, keep watching. All right, let's slow down a little bit. All right, let's come to the front and squeeze there. All right, keep those elbows nice and high. All right, there you are. Stop there. Anything that make your traps contract, that means it's a no-no. So we come forward, give it a stretch, and contract just there. It's a short movement for that. Good. Good, that's much better. Much better. Let's keep the stress off the neck. Remember, there's a surgery there. Good work. Nice. There's more of a contract, right? You know, the contraction right here is much better. There's no help here. You're not getting any help. Just let it die by itself. You beat it. You beat it. Good work. Good work. Good work. See, that's what I'm talking about here. You know, going back too far, Elliot has a surgery right on his spine. Coming back, contracting the traps is only going to aggravate the area even more. So we're trying to get him to do less of an extreme movement. So we're just trying to get him to do shorter movements, just to get that contraction without having to go too far. And I'll explain that in one of the next episodes of how to find your range. My range is different than yours. He's got a different range, but we try to find his range to get the maximum contraction without going all the way back. Short. Good. Good. You see the contraction now? Nice. Strong. And those are nice and soft. See? Good. Short. Look how he's relaxing his face for him not to get any contraction, any stress on the neck. Good work, man. Nice. Right, so with this exercise, we know Elliot had his surgeries. He still has numbness in his fingers. His control over the dumbbells aren't great. So what we did, we're trying to get him to do the dumbbells right at the end to strengthen him up a little bit. Later on in the year, we might be able to do more dumbbell stuff, but now what we're doing now is to get him stronger. So we don't have to go heavier. So we do it right at the end so he doesn't get injured. So he's not going to get injured with 6 kilos or 4 kilos. Well, we hope not, but it's less likely that he would get injured with a 4 kilo. If we start off this right in the beginning, we'll be doing 10s and 12s and 15s, and that's where it starts to become dangerous. So that's the whole concept of what we're trying to get in, if that makes sense to you guys.
Pull down the back. See?
So guys, this is the surgery right here. That's the second one, all right? The first one came in the front. He's just like Freddy Krueger slit his throat. So guys, if you're watching this in Halloween time, don't get scared. Okay, so that is the real Halloween here. Freddy Krueger. As I said, guys, I mean, jokes aside, this is what we're dealing with. This is, guys, again, don't expect to get up from the bed and get into this. This is after 10 to 12 weeks of constant rehabilitation. The first week he came back here, he couldn't even move. His range of movement there was like this much, and now he's got a bit more. And we started off the first day, he was carrying 2 kilos and 3 kilos, and he was, the joke that Elliot made actually is that he said the last time I looked at a 2 kilo is that we kept the doors open. You know, if it was too hot, we kept the doors open in the gyms that he used to train in back in the day. So can you imagine the mental pressure that he was under, that he wasn't being able to lift the same weights? And today, guys, on a leg press, this guy's on a half a ton today. All right, he started off with 1 plate or 2 plates, and today he's on a half a ton. It's 500 kilos. So, guys, when you have the mindset, it will happen. It will happen.
Slow, nice and easy. Very slow.
Good. Good. Nice. Forward. There. Forward. Close it up. Close it. Good. Well, that's it. It's much better. One more each. One more each. And forward. Drop. Okay.